The Cleveland Browns for once just pulled off a masterclass in the draft. Obviously there is still a long way to go, but they completely finessed the Jags, trading down only 3 spots for what should be a top 10 pick next year, along with 2 extra picks in this year's draft, and they still were able to get a guy like Mason Graham, who's the best defensive tackle in this year's draft. And immediately after the Browns selected Graham, Nick Saban called him a pain in the you-know-what to try to block. So far for the first time in my life, I think I have to give the Browns and Andrew Berry an A+ for what they just pulled off. Obviously, I did want Travis Hunter, and I was super hyped to get him and talk about him, but I think this trade was something that the Browns had to do because there was just so much value in it. Obviously, it's still early, and I have not seen what the Browns have done with the later round picks because I'm trying to pump out this video pretty quick. But man, if you're a Jags fan, I guess you could be excited about getting Hunter, but that team is basically banking on him to be a Hall of Famer with how much they gave up to move up and get him, and that is why I think the Jags are just not going to be good for a long time. I'm not saying the Browns are in a different boat, but the Jags, they have not been making good moves as of late, and for the Browns, they just got really unlucky on the Deshaun Watson thing. It was a gamble, they swung and missed, the Haslam's admitted that. I just don't think the Jags have any direction, but anyways, that's a discussion for another day. I cannot wait to see what Mason Graham and Myles Garrett can do together, especially with the secondary the Browns have, and this pick is going to make life so much easier for the secondary because the D-line might actually be able to get to the quarterback now, because the Garrett double teams can no longer be. Garrett has to be licking his chops right now because he really has never had that second guy. The Browns have tried, I'll give them that, with Smith, Tomlinson, they tried, but now the Browns actually have it. And it's crazy as a Browns fan how we went from thinking we were going to lose Myles to now having a D-line consisting of Graham and Garrett. There is a lot to build around. Obviously, there still is a lot to talk about. There's a big quarterback problem, and I am by no means feeling good about the Browns and the state they are in right now, but what they just pulled off over the last few hours actually feels like something good just happened. It feels like the Browns have chosen a real plan moving forward. Let's take a look at Mason Graham's stats and his scouting report, because I really do feel like over the last few months, the defensive part of the draft was highlighted by Abdul Carter, but Graham is the same caliber of a player, and I'm not just saying that to say it. This is a guy that's 6'3", he's around 310 pounds, but it kind of varies. I've seen a lot of people say a lot of different things. He has an 83 3/8 wingspan. He was born September 2nd in 2003. Man, it's crazy that people getting drafted are around the same timeline as me now. I was born in 2004. He's from California. He of course played at Michigan, and he was a 4-star recruit initially. In 2024, he played 12 games, had 23 solo tackles, 22 assists for 45 total. He had 3.5 sacks and 7 tackles for a loss. He's a very explosive player that can get off in penetration. He has a quick first step and impressive movement skills for his size, which allows him to penetrate into gaps and disrupt plays in the backfield, especially when slanting. He has a background in wrestling, which gives him elite leverage and hand usage. He can hold up against double teams. Obviously, that's not going to matter anymore because when he plays with Myles Garrett, he's not going to get double teamed. He's violent. He's an effective hand fighter who can shed blocks, deconstruct offensive linemen, and win with a variety of moves like the swipe, the swim move, and the bull rush. He also can line up from 0 tech to 5 tech. He offers scheme flexibility for both 1 gap and 2 gap systems. So yeah, overall, I think this was a great pick by Andrew Berry and the Cleveland Browns. I can't wait to see what they do the rest of this draft. And as a Browns fan, this month is pretty much the only exciting month of the football season because once week 1 starts, everything goes downhill. So just let me be hyped right now. I want you guys to be hyped because I think the Browns just pulled off some shenanigans. I think they made a great trade. They got a ton of value. Grade this trade in the comments below. Let me know what you thought. And if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to drop a like and subscribe because your support truly does mean the world. And until next time, I will see you all later.